Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Thera Martin Milling, and I am so excited to be here with you today. We have a great show. In the first part of the program, we're going to talk about realtors, realtists, and all that good stuff. People who deal with real estate. A national conference is in town this week, and the president of the local chapter, she'll tell you all about that. Her name is Arlene Wayns-Thomas, our president. She'll join us in the first segment. And then a little bit later on in the show, when we turn the page, we're going to talk about Show Me the Money for College. Mr. Tom Butler will be here, and he has all the answers about how to get those grants and those scholarships and when you need to start applying. So this is a program you definitely want to stay around for. We'll be back in a moment with our guest. And we're back. Here we go with our program today, and I am so delighted to introduce to some and present to other Ms. Arlene Wayns-Thomas, the president of an organization that has such a long name. I'm going to let you say it, but for short, it's NAREB.
That's correct.
Stands for?
The National Association of Real Estate Brokers.
Okay, and you are the president of the Philadelphia chapter.
Yes, yes.
Now, my understanding is that this big conference is actually arriving in Philadelphia in just a couple of days. Give us the dates.
That's correct. We begin April the 7th at the Wyndham Hotel in Center City, historic Center City, and we have a 2-day conference, and the third day is our community day. So it's 3 days that NAREB will be in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, did you envision years ago when you first got in this business of real estate that one day you would be the president of the organization?
No, I did not.
Wow, what an achievement.
Yes.
So it's a lot of work. It's not easy being a realtor. And please tell me, is there a difference between a realtor and a realtist?
Yes, there is. Now, the realtors are members of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. A realtor is a member of the National Association of Realtors. Let me explain that NAREB is the oldest African American trade association in the country. We were formed in 1947 out of a need to promote equality in housing for African Americans. And as a result, we were not able to join the National Association of Realtors. We were blocked out of those organizations, so they gave a name for the members of Realtors. And very proudly, we wear that name, Realtors. The Realtors are, well, there's 90 chapters throughout the country.
Wow, wow.
33 states.
Okay. Well, we certainly want to say welcome to your organization, those who are not members here in Philadelphia coming into Philadelphia and who may well watch this program because we know that the hotels downtown carry our cable television show as well on Comcast Channel 56 or on Verizon Fios Channel 36. And so welcome, welcome, welcome to all the realtors or realtists who are in Philadelphia for this national conference starting on April the 7th. And please give a shout out to your national president as well in her name or his name.
His name. Our national president, Mr. Ron Cooper, will be here with us. We're excited. He's traveling from California. And this is a movement that he has created under his leadership. So we're very excited to be a part of his vision.
Okay. Now, if I understand correctly, you all are doing like, it was a 4-part thing across the country this year as opposed to one big national conference where everybody would come?
Well, yes, actually we have a midwinter regional conference. Every year we would have a midwinter. And this year, our national president decided to go across the country with regional conference in 4 states. So this is like a movement. And our movement is 2 million Black homeowners in 5 years. So this movement is to really bring awareness to the need to increase Black home ownership.
So I think you may have kind of answered already the question, why does your organization really matter? What's so important about the NAREB? Tell us.
Well, what is important about our organization, we are the voice and the consciousness of Black home ownership, real estate investments, stability in our community. We are the ones that have been promoting democracy in housing. The organization has a very long and majestic history, fought for equal rights and fair housing.
Okay. And then this 3-day conference in Philadelphia, what all is planned? I know you can't give us all of the agenda, but give us an overview of, like, for people who may be saying, well, I want to be in real estate one day. I want to do what she does. What can they expect should they become a member and they were able to attend a gathering like this?
Oh, it's going to be very exciting. It's an excellent opportunity for professionals to learn more about the business and the benefits of being in an organization such as NARAB. There will be motivational speakers. There will be classes to increase your business and also to meet and learn more about prospecting and just lead generation and investing in real estate and building wealth. This is the purpose of this conference, is building wealth in our community.
Now, the terminology prospecting when it comes to real estate, I'm wondering, is that what I did when I was looking for the house that I'm currently in, now in for 20 years? Knock on wood, didn't get foreclosed. And soon to be paid off, God willing. But when I was looking, my kids and I driving around on different streets, sometimes we actually had a list with a few addresses on it. Sometimes we were just driving and say, oh, there's a house that's for sale, and we'd pull over if we thought that it looked like something we wanted to take a look at. Is that prospecting?
Well, actually, prospecting is where we, as the real estate agent, actually try to meet you. Those who are interested in purchasing a home or looking for a home. We're reaching out to help you and to be that advisor for you. So that's what we do when we prospect. Those who are driving around and looking at homes, we know they need our help and our service, so we're just trying to meet you where your needs are.
Okay. And is there anything in particular that, say, first-time home buyers or people who are not real experienced at purchasing properties should look for in a realtist or a realtor to make sure that they're getting with the right person?
Well, that's a very good question, because you want a trusted advisor, someone you can trust, someone that is looking out for your best interests, someone who knows the industry. It's very important that that person that you're working with knows about the programs and services available, particularly to Black homeowners. And as our role as realtors, we try to educate and elevate so that they are represented and we're advocating on their behalf, because if you don't know what's available to you, then it takes you that much longer to find a home or actually get into investing into real estate.
One of the things when I first was purchasing my home and they did the credit check and all of that, and I was told initially that I could purchase a home, and this, mind you, this was 20 years ago, that I could purchase a home for about $200,000 at that time, 20 years ago. And I forget exactly what I was making, maybe about $60,000 at the time or whatever, but this is what they told me I could get. And I was excited about it, but at the same time a little scared. And I thought, oh God, but what if I get into the commitment with this house and suddenly I were to get laid off or to have my hours cut? And I was a single mother at that time. And so I hesitated, and I thought once, I thought twice, and then I told the realtor, no, I want to look for something a little bit lower. And I did go lower, as it turned out.
Well, that was a smart choice on your part, Thera, because as you know, during the mortgage meltdown, predatory lending led a lot of our people into foreclosure, simply because they bought more house than they could afford, or the value of the property did not rise with other things, which means they were underwater. So you made a very good choice. Not everyone will think about, but having a trusted advisor or realtors that are looking at these issues. This is why we want to have, we're holding Community Day just to educate people about the things. We don't want to see them fall into that.
Okay, so on April 7th and 8th, it's all about the business of your colleagues, your counterparts, and what you all do as real estate people.
Exactly, yes.
But on the 9th of April, which is Saturday coming, people can go to Triumph Baptist Church at Germantown and Hunting Park Avenue in the heart of the Nicetown section of North Philadelphia for free.
For free.
And the first 75 people who come in get a free credit
Yes,
right?
that's true. Free
Okay.
credit report and an analysis. So we will have our affiliates on hand to provide you with the free credit report and to give you an analysis. That's the first step.
Wow.
That's the first step. So that's free. There will be a lot of sessions going on that day. It's going to be very exciting. We'll have a lot of fun. There will be exhibitors and lenders there. We're talking about large national and local banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, TD Bank, and our state organization, Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, that provides funding. Fannie Mae will be there, so all the information that you even thought about and really didn't know where to look and couldn't go directly on the internet to find out or find answers to these questions, it will be there for you.
Okay. Now, if somebody is under possible threat of foreclosure, can they come there and get some information?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
Very good.
We
Very
also
good.
have an ongoing class that day offered by the City of Philadelphia, and it is a deed tanglement title issues. They're going to help those homeowners to save their homes in the event that they have an issue on their title that they cannot resolve. So that is going to be very, very helpful.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds so very good. And your conference theme, Rebuilding Black Wealth Through Home Ownership. Tell us about that real quick before we run out of time.
Okay, rebuilding wealth through home ownership. As you know, in our community, building wealth has come through home ownership by building equity into your property. And it's been passed on and passed on for generations. We need to have something to give to our children. And once we have that home, and like you said, in 20 years, it'll be paid for.
Yes.
And that's equity that is there for you to build wealth in your family and pass on. We need to make sure that we continue that in our community. And that's why we're reclaiming our wealth.
Sounds very, very good to me. And a phone number for the conference for people to know more about that, or down the line, if people want to know more about the Philadelphia chapter or the national chapter, how can they be in touch?
Well, for the national chapter, there's the website, www.narab.com. And if you need to contact the local chapter, that is phillynarab@gmail.com. And you can always call our office at 215-884-4006. And we do still have another number that's available, but there's always ways to contact us to register for Community Day or to register for our conference, and everyone is welcome to. We have registration on site at the conference, so it's not too late.
Okay.
And we will invite those in who come out on Community Day.
I have another 500 questions I want to ask you. Oh my God. But we are about out of time, so we'll have to do it again. And we're going to do some radio stuff as well. People need to be educated about this real estate thing, and you are the one to take them there. So thank you, Ms. Arlene.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Pleasure.
You are fabulous. It's good to see you. Joanne
you.
Williams, thank you for helping to make this interview happen. As we keep moving on this edition of News You Can Use, when we turn the page, we're going to be talking with Mr. Tom Butler. He's going to show us the money for college. Stay with us.
I think that a healthy body image means that, you know, you are comfortable being the best you that you can be.
I think it's also part of the mental mind and how a person feels that they're perceived, because if they're confident, it's going to show in the way they act, how they dress.
If you're happy with how you look, you're comfortable, that means you're happy and you're healthy.
My ideal body image would be one where someone's healthy and happy.
If you or someone you know is struggling to maintain a healthy body image, visit the National Eating Disorder Association's website at www.nedawareness.org.
You are now watching LaSalle TV.
All right, hello everybody. We're back with our next segment on this edition of News You Can Use. I am your host, Thera Martin Milling, and I am so delighted to have this opportunity to be here at LaSalle TV, where they do the best community programming in the whole city of Philadelphia. Got that? Okay. We are just pleased to be able to say hello to Mr. Tom Butler, who is here right now. He is I call you the financial guru who shows young people how to get the money for college, be that through scholarships and grants. You tell them what to do step by step. If they just listen, they can get in. You've shown it, you've proven it over and over again. I've had young people who come to me with tears in their eyes and I'm not going to be able to go to college. I come from a poor family, or my dad, I don't even have a dad, and my mom, she's not working, or just, whatever these various stories are. And young people thinking, I can't go to college. But you can go to college.
Yes, yes. There are dollars. You have to unmine them, and you have to pull them out. But they're out there. You just have to know where to go. And usually you need somebody to guide you to do that, because particularly if it's a student who's coming straight out of high school, they've not done this before, so how would they know?
But now, what is the best time for a young person to start looking at the money part of college? What year in high school?
Wow, I think that for the most part, it really does start, it should start in ninth grade. And I would say even earlier in middle school, but definitely in ninth grade. And the reason why is that they can start to plan and understand what are my opportunities of earning or getting the maximum amount of money. And much of that, a lot of time, because a good chunk of the financial aid money comes from merit dollars. So that means you have to have a great grade point average. You have to be outstanding in whatever it is you do. And so therefore, starting in the ninth grade, keeping that level high and keeping things moving, that's what really enables you to be eligible for the money when you get 12th grade. 12th grade will just be, by the time you're 11th to 12th grade, you're really just processing. You really should be doing that searching, that seeking, that finding, that building your portfolio resume in 9th and 10th grade on through high school.
Okay, so for the students who know, they know that they are not a scholar. They are not a straight A, they're not a straight A and B student even. And so what you just said to them might have them going, oh my God, I'm not going to get it. But there is money and help available even for the student who may have some A's and B's and a C or two scattered in there.
Right. So what those students are going to be looking at doing is really, they have to understand that their options for getting a lot of dollars may not be as great, but there are other options in terms of school. So if they may be looking at schools that may be more what we call college fit or trade fit, and then look for schools that has some price cost that will work with them. They may not get it on the front end, but once they get in, they can get it on the other side when they get in. The federal government is also there with funding as well as the state, so they'll always be there to give them money and keep money for them.
Okay. Then I guess my next question would have to do with the opportunities to find that other money that's available, corporations and stuff that aren't looking at the grade per se, but there's something special that they're looking at in a student. It might be a student who is interested in the field that their company might be involved with, be that science, technology or something, or there's something else special that they're looking for, a young person that's been involved in a lot of community service projects. How do the young people find those companies? I know there used to be like a booklet that had a listing of all the scholarships and grants for African American students. I forget whether it was a McDonald's or somebody who printed that booklet that was like deep, like wow.
Well, still, I mean, the book you're speaking or those kind of references still reference a lot around to merit. Meaning that, again, you have to qualify for those kind of things. I think that where you were going with your original, or in the front part of that question is that first off, the student has to know what they're good at and what they do, and what makes them special, and also finding out also what are they passionate about, what would they do real well. Start to develop and design things around that with themselves early on, again, going back to 9th and 10th grade, starting to establish and document that I do this, I've done this. While I may not be the best academically qualified student, I love working with people. I love helping people. I love going to the senior citizen home and being there. And then what you'll find is you'll find companies, you start searching the internet, over the internet, and you'll start putting in word descriptors, working with senior citizens, high school students. Scholarships will come up or pop up from companies and organizations that will focus around that because they want you to achieve and move into their industry.
Okay, now that sounds good. That sounds very good. So then young people, if they can show proof, then you got to document your stuff.
Yes, that's right.
So if you're working if you're a teenager and you're working in summer camp, working in youth, and long term your goal is to, be a youth child psychologist or something like that. All of that's a plus, but you got to document it. You got to have the people who you work for maybe write a letter on your behalf, things of that nature.
That's right. So document things like your hours, the things that you did in your job. But get recommendations from where you were working or volunteering your time. But more important is be able to write something about what you learned about the experience. What did you take away from it? That's what folks want to see. They want to see that you've really, something changed for you in your life. You've grown from the experience. You had a wonderful opportunity, and this is leading this pathway for you to go into this world of work that you want to be engaged in.
Okay, now you're involved with the Philadelphia College Prep Roundtable.
Yes.
And so that means there's a group of people like a Tom Butler who do what you do.
That's right.
Help young people find, and their parents, find the money for colleges.
That's right. So the College Prep Roundtable is a network of professionals who actually are what we call in our world college access and success professionals. We do this. Most of us do it on a daily basis. A lot of us work at an organization where we get paid not a lot of money, but we get paid to do the work. Then there are those of us like a Thera Martin Milling who actually volunteer at their church, at their community-based organization, and they're passionate about it, and they want to help folks. And so what they may want to do is, for example, they may do a college fair, for instance. What they may want to learn about more is what's the trends around college fairs? What good colleges to bring in? Those kinds of things. So that's the purpose of the College Prep Roundtable. And we meet monthly. We have an email list, and we also have an annual conference.
Annual conference.
Yes.
When is that conference, and how can people buy into it?
Sure. Okay. So the easiest way to get in touch with us and buy into the conference or to any of the services that we provide is to sign up on our website, which is collegepreproundtable.org. And you can get involved with us. Our conference upcoming this year will be August the 15th and 16th. It will be on the campus of Arcadia University. We bring about 200 people together, and we're all learning from one another, and we're growing as professionals.
Okay. So, and if there were other opportunities like your conference in maybe a smaller setting, a workshop as opposed to a conference, that kind of stuff upcoming, is there a website like your website that young people can go to see, well, where's the other conferences or gatherings where we can get this information about financial aid? Because I can't wait until August. I'm going to school in August.
Right. So understand that our organization are actually the professionals who do the work. So the young people, what we can do is if a mother or a father or a young person or even an adult wanting to go back to school, they don't have someone to help them think about how to get on the right trail, or they may know what they want to do, they just don't know how to get started or need help with that. They can contact us, and we'll lead them to an organization that will provide them those resources and services.
So then I hate to use this label, but I'll use it, a wishy-washy young person
Okay.
who is graduating from college and their
Right.
parents say, graduate from high school, they're going to college, their parents say, you gotta go to college, you gotta
Sure.
go, but they're not even sure what they want to major in
Right.
yet. That's kind of hard to get money when you don't even know which direction you're going, right?
Yeah, right. Well, it's not hard to get the money. You may be doing you may be juggling a couple of balls in the air at the same time. You may be looking for the school and applying for money all at the same time. But the point at the end of the day is that you need somebody to help kind of line you up strategically so you are being effective with your time. And that way you're not kind of like bouncing all over the place. I don't know what I want to do. So talking to someone like me through the College Prep Roundtable will allow you to actually get yourself lined up right, get on the straight path, do these things and knock them out.
Okay.
Because it's not that hard to knock them out. Again, we've been doing it all along.
Yeah. Now, is the very first thing that a young person who is getting ready to go to college in 6 months or less needs to do is to fill out the FAFSA form? Is that
Yes,
correct?
if they have not applied to a school, that could be a college or career tech school, business school, trade school, they should be, they're going to have to apply for college, and we're going to have to help them with the search. But at this point in time of the year, where we're talking about we're in the spring, daylight saving time.
Yes.
They have to also, if they're going to go to school in the fall, they need to start applying for their money now. Things will start to move along, and they will stop at a certain point until other things happen. But they got to do, right now, they would have to do several things at the same time. Applying for money is one of them.
Okay. Now, the SAT test, how many times can a young person take that?
They can take it as many times as they can afford it.
Okay.
But the recommendation is to take it, the recommendation is to take the PSAT
Yes.
in October of your junior year. Then take the SAT in the spring. So that would be May, June testing.
Yes.
And then take it another time again early in your senior year.
And then the highest score is the one you can use.
The highest one, the highest scores is what most college universities will look at if they need it. The other thing that will happen though is something called super scoring. And super scoring means that they'll take the highest math and the highest verbal and put those together.
All right. Well, you've given us a lot in this little bit of time.
Sure.
I thank you so much for coming today. I
Thank you for
appreciate you. I
allowing
love
me
you.
to be here.
Please give my love to your beautiful wife, the
Will do.
songbird extraordinaire.
Absolutely.
All righty.
Absolutely.
And that is about it for this edition of News You Can Use. The show went by so fast, I don't know what happened, but I do know this much. Check us out next time for another edition of a great LaSalle TV program here at Comcast 56 and at Verizon Fios Channel 36. And keep your dial locked where it is. More great programming coming your way. Have a great day, everybody.